All right, guys, this is the second series of the grand finals. We reset the bracket, reverse swept EG. We're feeling hot right now. Before I get in this, we were feeling hot. We thought this event was ours. We have momentum. You know, we won 3 straight maps. We got a London hardpoint, which we just beat them on in the previous series. And it's also one of, if not our best hardpoint map. So let's just get right into it. Obviously, don't really need to explain anything off the start. Jay Digga, smells back. This is kind of us just trying to, not even us, both teams, to calm your nerves. You know, adrenaline's pumping when you finish that first series. Adrenaline is pumping. You know, it felt like we won the whole thing with how much adrenaline I had in my body. And just the overall feeling of it. You know, you're in the finals, you win the series, and you think you won. Just because if you're the team coming from winners finals, you obviously did win. But if you're the team coming from losers, you know you reset it, and now you know you have the other team on the back foot, one of the two. But as you guys can see, EG starts out hot, man. They're up 46-0. We didn't get anything on the first hill. Did Pat just, I think Pat just world star me. We're good though. We're just trying to make sure they don't extend their lead. It's not working so hot right now though, I'll tell you that, because now they have us spawning out. That was a great play by Silly. He pinched gate because he knew that if his team got the kills around the hill, since they're fireside, we're obviously going to spawn out deep tunnel on top side of the map, which we did. And at this point, we know, okay, we got to chalk it. They're going to be up by about, you know, a full hill, whatever. Let's rotate, get into this hill. Let's get a good setup and slowly start to chip away at their lead. Boy, can't guess my trades, of course. See, so this is huge. Oh my God, Pat is Pat flying. He's 8-4. My God, Pat's best game all World War II. So far, they've just made every clutch play. Okay, there you go. I mean, like, when no one's really playing bad right now for us, like I said, they're getting like the clutch 2 pieces. Oh, that would have been a big 2-piece for me. I shouldn't have did that stutter step right there. Fortunately, though, Ken has the back spawn, so we know that at least no one can get through. He dies, though. Me and who is it? And Jay, I think. So we know that they're coming around sandbags and tunnels, and we really can't move. Like, we know that Kenny died back there, but we know there's going to be more than one of them. If we try and move our position, we're going to get caught sprinting. So we try to hold. We win the trades, and now we're finally starting to chip away at this lead. 30 seconds on the clock, too. This is a really good play by Jay. So when you get a wave of kills, right? When you're controlling the hill and you get a wave of kills, you want to push out. Okay, you don't want to get that wave of kills and still just try to camp around the hill. Spawns make sense. I'm going to use that as a disclaimer, because if they don't, then maybe you don't want to push out, even though pushing out a cut, pushing out a lane is the correct way to play hardpoint in Call of Duty. Unless shit, this doesn't make sense at all, then I don't know what to tell you. But so Jay's pushing out the gate spawn because he knows that we weren't pushed out water far enough to where they're not going to get this gate spawn right here. They're going to spawn deep fire. And this is perfect. This is going to secure us, or it should, ideally, unless we lose the gunfight, secure us the rest of that time. And like it just did, it'll flip them for the new hill. So if you guys just see, if you guys just saw what Jay did, he pushed out far enough and we got the kills to then flip them since it's still on the bar hill. Even though we didn't get the full like 25 seconds, I don't know if we end up doing it or not. We spawn them as far as possible from the next hill, right? And that's what you want to do. Damn, as I'm saying that though, what just happened? Well, that's fucking tough. So ideally, we wanted them to spawn back there, but then we just fucking got all the kills. We shouldn't have killed them right there once they spawned there. But that's one of those heat of the moment plays, you know, like it's a lot easier to say me watching that that's what Jay and whoever should have did. But we're still in a good spot right here. Lamar's got streaks. We know they're all spawning up top. Lamar gets full streaks, actually. So he gets full streaks, and you can see he calls the artillery down top fire. He's doing that because he knows they're spawning in this back. So all we need to do is get fire control. Because normally, I mean, ideally, streak or no streak, you want to get fire control when you're coming from water side because you can cut this lane off. Because they're spawning back useless, right? So they have two options. They either go back fire towards the hill or they try and cut gate and then either flank water or flank fire that way. But Lamar made it so they can't really push fire unless they're already in there, which you can see there are two. But the rest of them are going to have to either wait and give us free time or go around gate, which since we know the streak's there, we have eyes on it. I don't understand how these spawns just happened. Lamar's frying, Ken's doing his thing, me and Jay are playing. I had a bad game this game though, for sure. I started out hot and then I just couldn't get in rhythm. Like the previous London docks, I fried. I think it was the biggest thing for me. I believe EG switched from the first time we played this map in the first series where they ran 1 bar, I believe, or 1 AR. And this one, they ran 2 the whole time. As you can see, oh, never mind. I was going to say, because Pat's using one and he was frying me. I was going to say, as you can see, Ace is frying with the bar because it's the easiest gun to use. But he's getting had now. This is perfect, though, for us right now. We're getting a lot of good time on this first hill, which is, it's important, you know, it adds up because majority of the time, the first hill in rotation is normally pretty scrappy. So if you can do what EG did in the first hill of the game and get like 40 uncontested points, that is huge, especially when it's 2 top teams playing versus each other, because most of the time, especially World War II, the games are going to be really close. They're going to go down to the wire. Kids 12 and 19, bro. That was a big 3 kills, though, from us. We know that they're spawning out dock side. We have the lead. This is good. We are, honestly, this is about as good of a setup that we can have. Ken's just kind of playing his life. He knows they're going to be coming to push him around the back, so he doesn't want to over chow. Who the hell just naded? This wasn't a bad play by me. It was more unfortunate because, so in my head, right, and in our head, 20 seconds left, we got the kills. Ideally, EG's going to rotate here, right? So you see me and Jay, we're by gate. I am now trying to push through gate and maybe get a kill on rotation. If I don't see anyone, begin my rotation to Docks Hill, because that's a huge hill, right? It's a money hill if you set up properly. But EG sits back and just kills me, which is a good play by them. But at the same time, Lamar, I believe, gets naded. And we end up getting, you know, the rest of the time. But like I said, guys, when it's 2 top teams playing, every second matters. Literally every second could be the difference between winning or losing. Like every single second. And now we have to take our time and we have to orchestrate a well-prepared break, because we're spawning out about as deep as you can. EG's basically stacked in the hill. As you can see, they're playing it more close to the hill. They're hill and fire heavy instead of trying to push out and flip us, which in this situation, it's a good play for right now because there's still 30 seconds left on the clock and they want to guarantee this time. And as you can see, like, we can't even really get close enough to the hill to be able to make a play. So that was a great hole by them, to be honest. Like, you got to respect it. Lamar's still frying. Kenny's frying. Me and Jay well, Jay's playing okay. I'm not playing well right here. Dude, look, you see in the kill feed, I swear Pat was barring me every time, dude. So right here, too, we know that we need to control this back spawn. What happened? So we know that we need to control this. Me and Jay just lost two big gunfights, which, I mean, that's how it happens. Sometimes you can't, you know, sometimes you win them, sometimes you lose them. Lamar and Ken, though, go big for us to give us a chance. I don't even know what the kid was doing right there. I can't even front, but that was huge. If me and Jay win those gunfights, the points are basically swapped right now. We would be controlling that hill, and we would probably be at like 210 right now. But like I said, bro, you can't win them all. So now we really have to play flawless. We're pushed out. As you can see, I am in docks right now. The reason being, this hill, when you don't have control, if you're spawning water, you literally just nade over. Nade, smoke, stun, whatever the case may be. And it becomes pretty much a cluster. So by pushing out water, we don't give them that spawn. So it's a lot easier for us to hold the hill. Whoever is in the hill, it makes it easier for them to be able to, you know, put shots down on people, be able to play his life. There's no disadvantage to pushing out water here. I know we're spawning up top. You see they're getting this sandbag spawn, which of course we know that they're spawning there. It's a huge win by Kenny, and I'm just holding right here. We have complete control right now. We know we're spawning them out deep. We're getting all the kills too. This is about as perfect as it gets. Damn, I don't know how the hell Silly just insta-killed Kenny. That was absurd. Ken could have had a free two-piece, but I don't know what that was. This is still fine though. Of course I get naded. See, that's kind of what I was saying. We were able to get all of that time basically, and so now it's going to come down to the last hill, the last two hills, and we're in a good spot right now. Huge win by Ken. Huge win. Because he won that, they're spawning out docks. Lamar is also calling a streak. I think Lamar probably should have held that streak because this hill is scrappy anyways. And this hill is also a hill where it's very easy to hide. As you can see, he called it and they were hiding in fire. In heat of the moment, though, it is what it is. I mean, Lamar is fucking frying. 33 and 22, 2 minutes in the hill. Like I said, not the best game for the boy. I did take a long route right there, got a kill, which flipped us fire spawn, which is good. Did Lamar, how does he spawn there? Well, I don't really know how Kenny spawns out here, I'll be honest with you. And that kind of rest of the game up, because ideally I took the long route and was able to get fire control, so it would flip them out, and now all we need to do is keep them off the hill, try and get some time, but we have rotation and spawn for the next hill. But Ken spawn, or not Ken, or yeah, Ken spawns out, and then that forces EG to get the useless spawn. So now we know too that they're spawning fire, and we need to make plays and clutch up and flip. And see right here who's 8. Pat's making a great play, because whenever you didn't have fire spawn guys going into this next hill, you would wrap around bar, which I was doing. You just saw me doing it, and get this sandbag spawn, because if not, you're constantly going to spawn all the way out, and coming through gates a death trap, because there's so many different ways you could be shot at. So Pat's pushed this out. This is a common play, and there's just like nothing we can do. I mean, we just have to, at this point, we have to just nade and hope they connect and get in the hill, but we can't. Tough map 1, not only to lose, also for the kid. I'll be honest though, bro, we were so close. I don't want to say it because I don't want to, I'm not making an excuse. They outplayed us in this series, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You guys saw it. There were a couple interesting spawns that I think if they wouldn't have happened, we would have won that game. We lost by what, 18 points, 15, something like that. That's tough though. I mean, I needed to play better there. I was for sure upset at myself after this map with that performance, just because, you know, not only is this the last series, I was definitely upset with myself after that map 1, just because not only is this the final series, we reset the bracket, this is the final series of World War II, but I'd played so well in the London hardpoint in the previous series to get us to a game 5, for us to then reverse sweep EG, to then put up a lackluster performance in the next London hardpoint. But I mean, I've been here before, man. I've been doing this for a long time, so it's definitely not something that I let affect me in the moment. You know, it's one of those things, forget it quick and move on. But looking back on it now, especially, I definitely wish I could have played a little better right there. From watching too, I think I was making the correct plays for the majority of that map. So it must have been my engagements. I did see that I was dying to Pat's bar a lot. So I could have, obviously, I don't know everything I did exactly in that map, but I can assume that I was probably putting myself in bad engagements going up against the bar. You know, like I could have maybe played corners a little more when I got to positions or whatever the case may be. I might have been playing a little bit too aggressive instead of kind of letting the play happen, letting the play come to me. But what can you do? So we're down 0-1, guys. Down 0-1 again. Arden's Forest, map 2 again. We know we just came back from 0-2 the series before, but you can't let this go 0-2 again. It's hard enough to reverse sweep once. To do it twice and in back-to-back series, like, you gotta be some type of fucking psychopath to be able to pull that off. It's so hard. And so we knew that EG in the previous series had hard countered, like hard countered us hard. So we try to switch up our game plan kind of on the fly. I don't even remember how this map goes, but you'll be able to tell from the first series that we kind of play our offense and defense up.
That's apathy and silly. They're watching the cross, and well, oh, Kenny wins a gunfight. Enable's now pushed up, but it doesn't matter as apathy and Aches and Assault.
That timing. I could have been a little quicker there. I was hesitant because I didn't know where EG was. I knew EG was gonna be watching the flank, right, watching the pinch, but I didn't know if they were gonna play a closer, more tight setup, or if they were gonna be spread. So that's tough. If I was a little quicker there, I think we could have maybe won that round. I mean, that they had a very good setup regardless. As you can see, we were trying to do a B push right there. So we wait, right? Because the first time we played, they would throw their nades and their stuns instantly, right? There were pre-nades, pre-stuns that we all knew. And so we were trying to cubby up in that little B hallway, that like fire hall, I don't even know what it was called, lights, I think, and wait. But then they actually didn't sink their nades. They were delayed. So we were unfortunately caught by nades when we thought they had thrown them all. So right now, I mean, this is 2 pretty quick rounds. Pat's fucking 4-0. Jesus, I'm throwing up at this point. We know it's a big round. Like, they just may be a clusterfuck, dude. There's smokes, nades everywhere. Like, I'm getting shot through smoke. And the thing that sucks is, like, you always have to have at least one person A on this map on defense. But EG would just bombard B and slow play fire tank area to where it was really hard for me and Ken, because we were the 2 that normally would go B. We would go B to U to then mid, or B to U, you know, depending on what info we have in the round. Oh my God, it's J Club. But so it became pretty difficult to try and stay alive there without giving them complete control of the bomb, which also isn't ideal, you know. Like, it's almost a lose-lose. Do you try and get a kill, get your trades, but don't give them full control, you know, and you maybe have the possibility of staying alive? Or do you play safer and give them control, but you basically guarantee that you're going to stay alive? It was a good attempt by Jay. I mean, he was in a spot, bro. Like, I'm telling you, though, they just, both series, man, both series, they outplayed the out of us on Arden. We just, like, none of these rounds, that round I guess was technically close, but none of these rounds were close. Like, another round, we're at a man disadvantage. They have all the confidence in the world again. That's a big pick, though. 1v2, 50 seconds left on the clock. I mean, this is going to be hard. They're basically going to allow me to plant B if I want to, and then retake. That's why you can see Assault's just at the cabin wall heady, and Pat's kind of watching watching the mid cross, but also watching his back. And I kind of knew from the setup that thanks, Joe, that they would give this bomb up. But instead of me going B and trying to insta plant, I was trying to catch one of them off rotation, because what happens a lot of time when you're the team in those 2v1 situations, you're like, okay, just stick together, like, we'll get the plant up. Once a lot of time goes by and they don't see the other player, they start to assume that he's on the other bomb site, right? So that's why you saw me kind of shimmy around fire tank, because I was hoping I would be able to catch Pat on a rotation being just slightly ahead of Assault. But then since I didn't, I was hoping that maybe they had pushed through and they were pushing our side A, so I was going to try and then go through B and plant at A, but obviously that wasn't the case. See, and right here, this goes back to like what I was talking about, guys. Me and Ken decide to give it up at this point, so we guarantee staying alive, but we just give up full control, dude, and it's so hard to regain, especially in World War II. And they're playing more of a spread setup where Assault was just watching the A push through, and he killed Jay. Like, they weren't tight at all. They knew that we were gonna take a route. You know, we're not just gonna try and all flood through our side B. We could have, and it probably would have worked in this scenario. But when it comes to retakes and stuff like that, you always should be playing the highest percent chance, the best probability to win the round, and flooding out of B is not a high probability in general. We're just getting sent to the slaughterhouse, bro. Like, the butcher is chopping us up right now. None of these rounds have been close. I mean, there's really nothing we could have done. At this point, we're just trying to get a couple rounds under our belt, you know, to get some confidence and maybe be able to pull off the possible of coming back from an 0-5 deficit in S&D, but more importantly, just to get some confidence for the rest of the series. Like, at this point, we're just trying to get anything because we lost the close map 1, and now we're just getting absolutely embarrassed in map 2. Where were you at, or outside? I'm gonna keep this right here for us. It's not really much to say. I mean, they're up 5-0. We know we got this round. Assault's just trying to get streaks. So at this point, you know, we knew that it was possible for us to do this. Like, it's always possible until you actually lose the game. That's tough. We didn't want to give them streaks, but we gave them streaks. At least one. That's hard to predict for Ken. Hey, at least we got one on the board. Oh, that's probably it, though. 2v4, they have streaks. I'm shooting trees, bro. Look at this, son. I don't even need to see the rest of that. It's looking real bad right now. We're just getting outplayed right here, to be honest with you. You know, like, we were definitely, when we had lost to EG the first time in winners finals, right? We weren't shook, but we knew that we fell off, and we were like kind of surprised that we lost that series. And I think that affected our FaZe series a lot, even though we were able to clutch up and win. But I think, you know, we were just out of sync. We weren't on the same page with one another, and we just weren't playing our best game. And even in the first series, it felt like that when we went down 0-2. And then once that map 3 we won, it felt in my head like, okay, we were back. We can do this. You know, we're good. Don't even think about the past. In this second best of 5, like I said, guys, we were confident. Like, we just reverse swept. We're like, yo, now it's even ball game. There is no chance we lose. And they're just, I mean, they're outplaying us. So, like, going into this series, I can't even say like in our heads we were off, you know? Like, I can't say like as a team we were off out of the game. Like, we felt good, you know, we were all ready to go, we were excited, but we're just getting outplayed. I mean, the first hard point was tough, man. Like I said, I wish I would have played a little bit better. I wish maybe a few of the spawns that happened would have went our way, the ones that were kind of questionable. But I mean, what can you do? That's comes with the territory, you know what I mean? You know, it definitely would have been much better to be 1-1 at least, especially because I will say that going into the second London Docks hardpoint, we all thought we were going to win because of how it went and how it was our best hardpoint map. Like, the Ardent's SND, we knew that was a toss-up. You know, it wasn't like we were super confident. Like, okay, yeah, Ardent's SND, this is our map, there's no chance. So going into the Flak CTF again, if it was 1-1, not only would have been better because it would have been 1-1 and we would have been down 0-2 and back against the wall again, but it would have been better because I feel like we wouldn't have had as much stress on us, because now we found ourselves in this situation again, which is huge, especially in competing, man, and not even for gaming, but just like being able to have that cushion where it's like, I don't need to be playing absolutely perfect every life. I can make mistakes and we can still win if I'm doing the right thing consistently. When you're down 0-2, you have the feeling of, I can't afford to make a mistake, you know, I can compare that to like a sport, like in football. If you're down like 21-0 in the third, you're thinking, every player in the field is thinking, I cannot make a mistake, like a single mistake. Where if it's like a 21-14 game, it's like, yo, there's still time. Like, let's capitalize on the other team's mistakes, but and let's keep playing well, but let's not over stress ourselves. So we knew, man, has not been a good series for us yet. Huge win by Chem. That kill by Silly was huge. Even though I traded, he delayed it long enough to where we wouldn't be able to pull the flag and get out without them spawning, and then Assault spawns back their flag and he's able to kill me. Like if we were able to kill Silly there, this is a flag cap. Well, if we were able to kill him before he got a kill, if Jay would have killed him. But so failed first attempt, but we're playing well right now. We're the aggressors, which is what you want to be, especially on this. You know, they're fighting for control of the map. So even though we're not converting a flagpole into a cap, we still are in the advantage here. Obviously not now. Like it was going to that. To have the opportunity to even do it. They don't even have the opportunity to pull our flag. But so now they're the ones that have gained control, kind of squeeze us out, and this is, I mean, this is a great play by them. They push through the right side of the map, so they force us to get this low guns, and that's what you want to do ideally. Sometimes it doesn't always work like that. But ideally you want to force a spawn to either side of the base. I think forcing team spawn gun was much better in my opinion. And then you have App, who is just watching mid map. I mean, he has their cut. So we wrap back because we're assuming that they're going to be watching the OE. And that's just kind of fundamental CTF, fundamental Call of Duty CTF. If you can, you should always wrap back, because you always should be expecting that the other team is watching the OE. Right there, though, once again, as you see, sometimes OEing's better. It's just so, it's not consistent. Like, App didn't really pick up the OE, so if we OE'd, me and whoever it was, or I don't even know if it was me, but if the two players on our team would have OE'd, we would have had a way better opportunity to stop that. So this is not what we wanted, by the way, either. Goes back to what I told you guys in the last episode. EG had a slower play style than every other top team, so you never wanted to really give them the lead, because then they would play like this, which was extremely frustrating, because you know that you have to make the move and progress and do all this, and they're just sitting in power spots, not even attempting to, you know, in this situation, go for another flag cap. And it's annoying because, like, we would get the kills, gain some sort of map control, but then we would fail to be able to, you know, pull the flag, right? This is a big win for the kid. So we're just trying to stabilize right here, to be honest, guys. Like, because we know how EG's playing. Like, look how Assault's playing right now. Like, I'm trying to, that right there. So just to break down that play, I know that is specific, but that right there is the concept of how you need to attack teams that are playing more hold heavy, a lot slower, especially when they have the lead. You don't want, like, you want to gain control of your base first, right? And I'm talking CTF, obviously. And then you want to try and get someone, you want to try and isolate a player on the other team in a power spot. And that's what I did right there. Like I said, I know this is a quick example, guys, but so we got control of our base, right? And I know that Assault is somewhere around this part of the map. So I'm trying to get shots on him, kill him if I can. That's the optimal play. But don't overextend. Don't throw my life away and try and run at him. Get shots in him, get info on him, and then have one of my other teammates be able to team shoot him and have a free kill, right? Like, I'm distracting him, and that's what you can kind of see from here. I'm just sitting here trying to distract him long enough but stay alive so he can't go back and forth, so he has to worry about me. And so you see that, actually this is a great compliment to that. So then you see Lamar, we get the kill on Assault, Jay gets a kill on Aches on somewhere on the right side of the map, and then Lamar is able to get Apathy weak, and he's slow playing this. Obviously, he was just sitting right here trying to catch me because he knows that I'm here. Assault's calling me out, I would assume. So Lamar gets him weak enough, and then I'm able just to get the quick cleanup. But you see, we get those kills, but we need to slow it down again. Jay probably should have slowed down right there instead of being as aggressive, because especially with the time left, we only have like one attempt at a flagpole. But knowing that we got those kills and they're already going to be spawned up in their base, we need to try and pick them off again before we have the opportunity to then go for the cap and get or go for the pull and get a flag cap. But I mean, we're down 1-0, so nothing crazy. You know, it's Flak Tower. But the thing that sucks, like I said, is we know they're going to play like some herbs. And honestly, I don't blame them. It's COD Champs, bro. They're one map away. They're half of half a map away from winning it. So this was definitely a harder comeback. This map, only being down 1-0, was a harder comeback than it looked. Yeah, what Joe said was right. So our idea was, instead of playing a split and playing for kills, to overload a side so we can try and get a fast cap, right? We know that they're not going to be aggressive, okay? So we don't want to slow play, spread the map, you know, maybe get kills, but because of the pace of the beginning of the half, they're able to spawn up and we'd have to kill them again. We were trying to take the run and gun approach on one side of the map. If we get those kills, we know the other people that are alive on EG are going to wrap back because they're not going to be pushed up far enough in the first place, which you could see that they do. But then also by having multiple people pushed up on their side, if we get those kills, it's going to spawn them on the opposite side of their base, which makes pulling a flag a lot easier. Because we didn't want this round or this half to go a few minutes without getting a cap on the board. We wanted to try and get something quick to have to make them kind of speed up their game. What is this gunfight, dude? Me and Silly are literally just like both shimmying the line of sight, and I get a team shot. But you see, like, EG just slow played it, killed us, and so they do a really good job of executing. That is the difference. We were making the correct plays, but we were not able to, and they were. So they get control of the map. We're playing on the back foot, and they just wait because they know we have to make a move. They don't have to do anything. Nothing. They could sit there all day if they want. And they do a really good job of capitalizing off our mistakes. They get 3 straight. You know, that's a huge win by Lamar, even though he almost got but it delays. That was a guaranteed cap for them. So you see how EG, how they were taking it step by step, get control of their base, get control of mid-map, get control of our base, pull the flag. They weren't skipping a step. We weren't able to execute because it felt like one of us was always skipping that step. We were skipping a step in between, causing, you know, one of us to die, causing the pacing to be off. There's a million different things, you know. So, and sometimes it's tough to, even if you know, right? It's with any sport, even if you know the right play and you know what you need to do, sometimes when things aren't going your way, you tend to forget, or not that you tend to forget, but it's heat of the moment and you think that you need to make a play. And that happens all the time in any sport. But you see, like, EG's just trying to get kills. They're not trying to play for any sort of real map control right now. So right here, this is kind of what I was talking about. So even though I get the kills, I know 2 things, guys. I know, 1, my team is not close enough to make a good team push to be able to get good team shots in. And I know that EG is going to be spawning up. So if I try to make a play, unless I absolutely world star, which I mean is possible, you know, I'm going to die. And then now it's going to cause everyone else on my team to slow down, you know, play for kills until I get up. So I'm just slow playing here, low gun, waiting. I'm letting whoever's top gun, I think it's Kenny, get info, or Lamar. Like, I know where they're at, but I'm getting specific info, and I'm trying to see if one of them will make a mistake, right? Because it's like, in my head, I'm assuming that they don't know I am in this spot specifically, but they know where Kenny is now, right? And, like, they might know where Lamar is. He was shooting as well. So they think in their heads, okay, we're able to push up a little bit, you know, like, I can push up to maybe these barrels or the electric box, whatever the case may be, and I'll be able to catch them off guard. And see, right there, I was able to, but unfortunately, I don't know how Kenny, I think Kenny just gets insta-killed by App. I mean, I get the trade instantly, I get the 2-piece, but if Ken's able to stay alive there, this is most likely a cap. If Ken stays alive there, it's a 2-on-1, me and him versus Akes. We either kill him and we're both alive, or we get the trade and we're able to pull the flag. Obviously, Silly's out on this right side of the map, but there's a high chance we get the cap. But because Kenny died and I'm 1 hit, I really can't make a play. Like Joe said, I have to play my life and try and finesse. Unfortunately, I get COD timing. Pat decides to be aggressive for the first time, but my goal there was to stay alive, make them still worried about me, so they're not then trying to push up for map control. It just didn't work. I mean, it was a good play by Pat. He knew that he had to kill me so they would be able to push up on the map. I lose that. And we're just on the back foot. like you guys have seen, we've had a couple good pushes, man. It just we haven't been able to execute. We're getting there. We're getting to the 5-yard line, and then we just can't get in the end zone, which sucks. It's annoying when you have so many opportunities to convert it into a point, and you just can't get anything. And there's a minute left on the clock, man. Right now we're stressing. You know, like we know that we need to make something happen and make something happen fucking fast. And they have streaks. Like, this is game. I think this is right here is when I knew it was over. They got a clean 4 dead, pull the flag instantly. Like, they have streaks. They're up 2 flags, 30 seconds. This would be, you got a better chance at hitting the lottery than winning this game. Like, it. And this sucked. This part sucked for sure. Because even though the game's still going on and, you know, we're playing, we all knew we lost, you know. And to get 3-0'd, it's tough, bro. Tough being. Had to pause it, though. I wasn't trying to see the confetti. But this didn't sucked. I mean, you know, especially for me, because in World War II, guys, I started on EG, and we were not good at all. TK picked me up like 3/4 of the way through the season, and you know, TK, the team, had won 2 events. I think they went back to back early on. They were really good team. They were competitive, and so when I had the opportunity to be picked up, I was obviously excited, and we were really good. I mean, we played together only at 3 events. The first event, Anaheim, I don't even really count it because I broke my collarbone like 2 weeks before the event, and it was our first event together. But let me tell you, playing COD with a broken collarbone is not fun, and it is very painful. But so then season 2 playoffs happened, and we looked great. You know, we won it. We beat Rise, who at the time was considered the best. Going in the champs, we were one of the favorites, if not the favorite. You know, we had made it to winners finals. I was in my first ever COD Champs finals. Before this, my highest COD Champs placing was 3rd in Advanced Warfare. So to be that close, right? Win the first best of 5 in a reverse sweep. You have everything going for you. And then to come out, get 3-0'd. You know, there wasn't, I mean, maps 1 and 3 were close. Map 1 was definitely close. Map 2, they slaughtered. We had no business even competing with them on that map. Map 3 was, I mean, it was 1-0 basically the whole game. But, and then just to lose like that is always tough, especially when it's the biggest event. It's COD Champs. Every COD player wishes to win at least. So it was tough, man. It was tough. Like, I was happy with the team. I was happy with my overall performance. The second half of the year to bounce back from the embarrassingly bad, horrid first half when I was actually on it. So like I was happy for that, but it was tough to lose. It was tough to lose, and of course I lost to the team that I was on. It is what it is, though. That'll do it, guys, for the World War II TK COD Champs run. I hope you all enjoyed, man. It was a blast making it, kind of giving you analysis of what we were thinking, what I was thinking as professional players in the game, why we were doing certain things, also kind of telling you how we were feeling in the moment, you know. So nothing even inside of Call of Duty, but like what emotions we were feeling, and how important it actually is that you don't really watching and you can't really tell, or you know, you might not pick up on as easily. So it was fun. I definitely want to do more. I mean, I don't want to do too many, but I do enjoy it. I know people have been asking for like maybe other series that I'm not involved in. I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe I do another team I was on or something like that. Maybe I will dive into doing else in other series if that's something you guys would really like to see. But I don't know yet off the top of my head. I'm rambling at this point. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, do not forget, when we hit 10,000 subs, I will be releasing a special video. We're close. I think we're about 3,000 out right now. The growth's been crazy. So if you guys all could subscribe to the channel just so you can stay up to date with more videos, a wide variety of videos, honestly, coming from reaction videos, Among Us, Warzone, competitive, funny, it doesn't matter. I got it all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good one. See you in the next one.